Wow, I already messed up. Cut that out. Uh, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Chaos Crew. It's your guys Jeremy.
And Geo?
Hope you all have been having a wonderful month, and glad to have you guys back for another episode. Today we decided that we're gonna explore a little bit into the spooky scary. I know it's not quite October, but you know.
I mean, technically we are halfway to Halloween, so...
True. But you know, there's never not a good time for spooky scary.
That is fair, I'm the king of spooky scary.
To be more specific, we are going to be talking about some cryptids. Just like various ones that we find or whatever while we're chatting. Nothing that we already know, obviously, like not the Yeti, Bigfoot, or the Loch Ness Monster. Those are the easy cryptids.
Would you say that the Jersey Devil counts as like an easy cryptid, quote unquote?
Depends what they look like.
Think some weird amalgamation between a kangaroo with bat wings and with weird looking like raptor back legs.
Interesting.
Cause like, it's not one of those S tier cryptids that everyone knows, like Bigfoot and all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of a big thing specifically to New Jersey. I mean, they have a hockey team that's called the Jersey Devils.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting one. It's probably one of my top 5 favorites, especially with like the little like folklore backstory behind its creation.
Both work.
Yeah, it's a nice little spooky story. Apparently, back in like I guess you can call it like pre-colonial United States, like in the 1600s, there lived this family called the Leeds family, and they already had like 12 kids. And the moment the mom found out that she was having her 13th kid, she said it's gonna be a devil. Fast forward a couple months, family's there, you know, helping the mom through labor. She gives birth to her kid.
Mm-hmm.
The kid came out looking weird as hell, like a little devil, flew around the room, and then flew out the window. Thus became the Jersey Devil.
Huh.
Yeah, the actual appearance of the thing itself, like I said earlier, is just beyond creepy and sounds like a taxidermist some wet dream.
Yeah, the one that I just came across that I'm looking into is one called the Minho-Cow.
The what?
The Minho-Cow. It's a legendary creature from Brazilian folklore.
Huh.
The Minho-Cow was claimed to live in lakes in Brazil and often drug horses and horned cattle under the water. Descriptions relay that the creature to have a visible about that and that it does not rise to the surface of the water, but that causes animals to disappear by seizing them by the belly. There was also a description of it as a gigantic earthworm covered with bones, as it was a coat of mail. Said to have uprooted trees and leave deep trenches in its path, and to prefer damp conditions. The lack of signs by humans was explained in the Minho-Cow having retiring habits.
Huh, interesting.
Sorry.
It kind of sounds like the... what's it called? The Mongolian death worm?
It's like probably a similar concept, but I don't think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Then again, I'm just tying two things together because both are worms.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Mongolian death worm is described as shaped like a sausage, about 2 feet long. It had no head nor leg, and its poisonous is so poisonous that merely the touch of it means instant death. So the Mongolian death worm is just highly poisonous, while the Minho-Cow is more like a what are those sea creatures called that drag people to the bottom of the ocean? The kelpies. More like a kelpie.
Oh, aren't those like a Scottish or Irish thing?
Yeah. Don't know if they're on this list though. I don't think they are.
Huh. And you know what cryptid I've been seeing brought up a lot of on TikTok lately?
Which one?
I probably shouldn't say its actual name just for respect of cultures, but let's see. Its name is synonymous with flesh pedestrian.
What?
Okay, so I'm not gonna say its name, but I will spell it out. SKIN Walker.
Interesting. And what's that one? I've heard of a similar one that was a changer, but that was like someone who could take the form of other people.
It's essentially the same thing. A flesh pedestrian is supposed to be like some kind of like Native American like witch woman or witch person that has full intent to do harm. You know, they do like malicious practices, and they can take the form of any animal so long as they're actually wearing that animal's skin/pelt. For some reason, everyone on TikTok thinks a flesh pedestrian is typically some animal that starts showing human-like characteristics. Someone posted a video of a dog looking at them weird. All of a sudden, the whole comment section, flesh pedestrian. I'm just like, do y'all not know the
origins?
Yeah, the actual origins. What the crypt? What? What? Would it be offensive if I continued to call that a cryptid?
No, I don't think so.
What the supernatural entity that you're probably thinking of is?
I actually found another one. That it's called Bunny Man.
I think I've heard of it.
They don't know to call it a cryptid or ghost story, but one story is that he is a man who escaped a state facility and lived in the forest and wore rabbit pelts to stay warm. The other story is that their experience had gone horribly wrong and became half man, half bunny. So very Spider-Man.
Except really dark version of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. The Rougarou. It's pretty much a Louisiana werewolf.
Oh, Lougarou.
Lougarou.
Yeah, I think that has origins in like France and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like before like World War I era.
Yeah, the Lougarou is a primarily French term, so technically it's a French cryptid, but Louisiana has adopted it because Louisiana has a lot of French origins there.
Understatement on a lot.
Apparently in Ohio they have someone called Grassman that has 3 toes for some reason. That's it.
Apparently somewhere in that intersection between Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, there's a cryptid called the Pope Lick Monster.
What? What?
I don't know, this crudely drawn picture makes it look weird. It kind of looks like some weird looking satyr type dude. Which the appearance is creepy, but what's with that name, Pope Lick?
Maybe they're the first creature to ever lick a pope.
John Paul II, best be careful whenever he comes down around here. Shit, or was that the old Pope? I don't know.
I don't know, I don't keep track.
Some old dude replaced another old dude.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, where did you personally hear about most cryptids? From a specific TV show? From movies?
Well, it's more that I used to study and still occasionally read regional folklore and mythological folklore. And over the years, all those creatures mentioned as mythological have been put into the cryptid category because cryptids is actually a fairly generalized term because it's this cryptozoology is the study of mythical beings. So cryptids are really all mythical beings, local or mythological. So it's just something that I sort of came across and stuff.
I see.
What about you?
I have to do a lot with TV, specifically like the Travel Channel and Sci-Fi. Like on Sci-Fi, they used to have the show Destination Truth, which has I think his name was Josh Travis. You see his stuff in Expedition Everest in the line. Like I think he's the dude that donated that Yeti like Bigfoot casting.
When you were younger, did you ever watch a show called Secret Saturdays?
Unfortunately not.
Oh my god. We were talking about this and it just brought like this huge blast from the past.
Another show I did watch that introduced me to a lot of cryptids was God, it was such a terrible show too. It was on Animal Planet called Lost Tapes. And the whole premise of each episode was very mockumentary like, where they presented you like some bullshit ass, very obviously fake story, and intercut between like the whole progression of this like found footage story, intercut with it, you'd have a bunch of like cryptozoologists and like sociologists talking about like whatever the cryptids are or cryptid that episode is based upon, and like the whole like cultural impact of what created that cryptid and what the locals believe, etc. But oh my god, the acting would be so bad. Like, oh, and the creatures too. Like in the Jersey Devil episode, the Jersey Devil itself looked horrendous, like really bad CGI. And they had another episode based on the Dover Demon. It was literally a dude in a gray alien morph suit.
Okay, so The Secret Saturdays was a Cartoon Network cartoon show centered around this family of cryptozoologists trying to protect the world and cryptids from cryptids and to protect cryptids from the world.
That looks like a show I would have been into.
Yeah, it was. It's just such a vague memory for me, but I remember watching some of it and I was like, I really enjoyed the show. I don't remember what cryptids they came across or anything, but I remember it was just really good.
It kind of reminds me of
Ben 10.
No, I was gonna say Martin Mystery.
That name sounds familiar too.
So it was from the same creators as Totally Spies, like same animation studio and everything, and it basically had a Monster of the Week formula. Every episode, this dude Martin and his sister, and their...
Yep, I remember. Okay, yeah. Looking at the image, I'm like, yeah, I remember this show now.
Yeah, and like every episode, they were sent off somewhere to like look up whatever weird anomaly was going on, and turns out it's because of a cryptid. And Martin, the blonde dude, was always like the super like tinfoil hat wearing. All right, guys, it's this cryptid, so it's doing this thing. And his sister was always like the super like skeptical scientist and all.
And then they had a random crossover episode with Totally Spies.
I do not remember seeing that episode, but I did see the finale of Martin Mystery, and it was pretty disturbing, to say the least.
But yeah, no. Like, looking at the image, like, I do remember the show. I don't remember how much I watched.
I forgot how I watched so much of it. But I did.
Man. I'm gonna have to see if I can find both these shows somewhere to rewatch them, because I forgot they existed.
Especially that Secret Saturdays one. It looked pretty dope.
Oh yeah, it was definitely really cool. Let me think. When we start getting onto tangents, even if they're still related to the topic, I still get so lost from my train of thought.
Hold up. This show had Will Friedle as one of the voice actors.
Yeah.
Ron Stoppable, you sly man. Wasn't he also in Boy Meets World?
Yes.
Like he was like Corey's best friend, right?
What was the actor's name?
Will Friedle.
Will Friedle? Friedle?
Friedle, yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce his name. Nope. Let's see. Filmography.
Yup.
Yep.
Eric Matthews in Boy Meets World.
Which one's Eric Matthews? I can't exactly remember which one that is. Oh, the older brother. That's right.
We just aged ourselves pretty hard, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm just looking through the different things he's been in. He's done a lot of voice acting.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Like, just look at all the cartoon stuff, animated stuff he's been in.
Oh, he's done some anime too?
Has he?
Oh, I thought you said anime, my bad.
No, animated. He was a voice in American Dragon Jake Long for one episode, but he was still in it.
Oh, he voices Deadpool in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. He did do a couple voices in Howl's Moving Castle.
Where did you see that? Wait, hold up.
It's on his Wikipedia. Filmography.
I'm looking at the filmography. I didn't see Howl's. Where are you, Castle?
He voiced a lot of Batman characters. Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond. Nightwing / Dick Grayson.
Yo, he was on Critical Role for 5 episodes.
Oh snap!
That's sick. I love famous people who play nerdy things. That makes me feel good about myself. That's the most random video game for him to have a voice in. Apparently, he is the voice of Lex Luthor in the video game DC Superhero Girls Teen Power.
What?
You heard me.
Gotta get a paycheck somehow.
Well, that's just funny to me, though. Alrighty.
I love how for discography, there's only one entry, and it's the Naked Mole rap.
I know, right? To be fair, though, that song hits.
Don't hit us with a copyright strike.
We just did the first little bit. It's fine. Man, it's so weird to think about that. This kid who was in Boy Meets World became Star-Lord. How crazy is that?
It be that way sometimes, I guess. I mean, didn't Drake Bell also end up voicing Spider-Man and win the Spider-Man animated series lately?
Possibly. Filmography. Let's see.
Yeah, in that same 2012 series, Ultimate Spider-Man.
He was the adult Timmy Turner in The Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, I knew that. That was the live action one. Never mind.
Yeah, so bad. I was just gonna mention that. I remember watching like the first 10 minutes of it, and then I mentally and physically checked out once I saw what's the teacher's name? Oh yeah, when I saw the live action Crocker doing his little freakouts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Phineas and Ferb episode with Spider-Man. Apparently he was the Spider-Man of that too.
Phineas and Ferb did a crossover with Spider-Man?
With Marvel, yeah. 2013. Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel.
What? And I guess when you own so many properties, you can do whatever you want, I guess.
Wait, hold up. They made a second live action Fairly Odd Parents movie in 2014. It's called Fairly Odd Summer.
I keep on seeing some kind of live action Fairly Odd Parent advertisements for Paramount Plus. And not every single time I just keep thinking, I keep thinking, you gotta have something better to help promote your streaming service than live action Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh god. Fairly Odder. Oh god. Well, okay.
My man's out here having a whole existential crisis.
Okay, so it might not be that bad. While it is live action animated, they use the original animation style, not the 3D crap.
Oh,
And
okay.
they're moving on from Timmy Turner because Timmy Turner is giving his Fairly Godparents to his cousin.
Okay, with that kind of plot line, it sounds a bit more bearable, but the question is, would I subject myself to it sober-minded, or...
Absolutely, I will.
Huh?
I will absolutely subject myself to this madness because I am all about madness. You know this. This is a scientific fact.
Fair. But before a personal choice, I'm just here like, how long would I watch it before I mentally check out and open up a brewski or something?
I'm gonna watch it, take it to work, and just ruin people's lives.
Oh god, oh no.
Anywho, but yeah, if you want to talk about cryptids, the Fairly Odd Parent movies were absolute cryptids. That 3D animation style was horrendous.
Dude, the moment I saw that 3D animation, that weird animation style they did for Cobbler and Wanda, I'm pretty sure that's the moment I lost religion. I was like, well, I know God doesn't exist because this happened. It's like cue that one scene from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You look at that thing then in the eyes and tell me there's a God.
Man, that's insane. But yeah, I am absolutely gonna watch that. Just like I watched the iCarly remake.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
Was not bad.
I'm pretty sure there's considerably less amount of feet.
Yeah. So okay, I feel like while it wasn't a perfect, obviously, I feel like they definitely didn't make it as a kids show. It was made for the people who watched iCarly as kids. So there was a lot more adult humor, adult situation stuff.
You know, that sounds right. That sounds just about right.
So it wasn't bad by any means. Not my favorite thing to have watched, but hey, not the worst either.
True. Would you say it's kind of like comparable to, you know what? Brain fart, it left my mind.
Is what comparable?
I was trying to compare the new iCarly to something, but I completely forgot now.
Why is that a thing? That is so dumb.
Why is what a thing?
So I'm looking up to see where I can watch The Secret Saturdays, and I found it. But it won't let you buy the entire season at once. It makes you buy every episode.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, what? I'd just buy the DVD. It's cheaper.
I feel like I've seen that before for a couple of other shows where you can't buy the full season or the full series, but you can buy each individual thing.
I hate that. Absolutely hate it.
Legit, it's like, what?
Sorry, no, I'm just checking multiple things to see if it's available anywhere easier other than had to pay $2 for every episode.
Is this would this be on YouTube or Amazon?
Everywhere. Everywhere it's available.
Oh god.
It's $2. Oh, that's horrid.
Speaking of horrid, you know what new movie I saw recently that I wish was never made?
What?
So as most people know, I'm a big fan of horror.
Yes.
And with that being said, I also have a subscription to Shudder, which is the horror-based streaming service. They had a new movie show up on there called The Sadness, and I saw some hype around it on TikTok and on social media. I did not see a single trailer. I went into this movie as blind as I could, and it was the most grotesque, disgusting movie I've ever seen in my life. There is so much thematically bad stuff that goes on in that movie that I can't even call it not safe for work. This shit was NSFL. It was not safe for life. Cause the whole plot of this movie was, you had this couple, you had this heterosexual couple. Dude drops off his girlfriend at the bus at the train station for her to go to work.
As you do.
And on his way home, on his way home, like some outbreak happens that causes people to turn violent as hell and just start either murking anyone nearby them or doing any and all forms of SA to a person. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is the most I'm 14 and this is edgy movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, I compared it to this one graphic novel series called The Crossed, which literally is the same thing. Come to realize, oh, this movie was heavily inspired by this graphic novel series. Think of all the most worst, despicable things that people can do to one another, and that has showed up in either the graphic novel or this movie. Like, lots of cannibalism. Someone gets hot frying oil poured on their face, and then their face becomes a giant banana peel. Let's just leave it at that. Ooh. Oh yeah, whole time watching the movie, I was like, okay, are we gonna get some actual substance, or is this just meant to be shocking for shocking's sake? And then when the movie ended, even though I was sick in bed with COVID, I stood up and I clapped. I was like, wow, thank God it finally ended. They market it as a zombie movie when I'd say it's more of an infected movie. And yes, they are two completely different categories. One is The Walking Dead, the other one is just people infected with the virus and doing stuff because neural passageways in their brains got like blocked off or something. Like Resident Evil zombies are not the same as the infected from 28 days later. But that is for a whole different episode.
Fair enough. Now, here's a question for you. Well, more of a statement or a challenge, I suppose.
Go for it.
If you created a cryptid, what would be its story, name, and appearance?
Story, name, and appearance. First off, it would have to be a cryptid based in Florida, for obvious reasons. We'll call it the Florida Frogman or something like that. Has to be some weird, like, amphibious, reptilian-looking humanoid thing that, if standing upright, can't be any bigger than like 3.5 to 4 feet. Yeah, it would just have to look like some weird, like, cool frogish looking thing, kind of like Gil from Kim Possible, but like with a little bit more finesse on it.
With 2 L's?
With 3 L's, actually.
Oh, 3 L, Gil. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say you could probably compare it to, I hope I got the name right, to the Hunters from Resident Evil 2, I believe, or 1. And its story would probably have to be based off of like some, environmental runoff with like the little bits of factories, not little bits, with all the factories that you see in Florida with their toxic waste into the environment and it affecting amphibians and also like probably any local like homeless.
Yep. That sounds interesting. Alright.
I mean, I think Mothman has like a similar origin story too. One of its origin story theories. What about you, Jer?
Let me think. Well, I have an idea of one, but it's more of an SCP than it is a cryptid.
Of course, as expected.
I mean, yeah. So, this is a Tennessee creature. It lives in the mountain, right? Out amongst the trees. And its appearance, it's kind of... So, like, face-wise, it has, like, it kind of looks like it. But it has razor-sharp teeth, black eyes with, like, black tears constantly running down its cheeks, and it's always smiling wide, teeth out for bear. Okay.
Huh.
I have a very vivid imagination, and it's. I haven't thought of a good name for it, but the closest, like, a cryptid name would probably be the Laughing Demon. And what it does, it preys on hiking groups. It'll pick a specific target out of the group and kind of like play with them to an extent. Just like appear around trees, just like kind of peeking past a rock, and that person in the group is the only one who ever sees them. No one else ever sees the Laughing Demon.
Ooh, this sound like a good like plot for a horror movie or horror video game.
I mean, isn't that what most horror video games are based off of? Some kind of cryptid or SCP story?
Fair. You're absolutely right.
But when the group of campers come to a rest for the night, the clown will start giggling and chuckling, and only that one camper that they like pick as their target hears it. And as they start hearing the chuckling and laughing, they feel that their target starts feeling this urge to attack the other hikers with them, to attack their friend or whoever they're with. And the Laughing Demon feeds off of the confusion, the fear that those thoughts cause in the target. Now, if the target can withstand the whispers, the laughing, without they'll be scarred for life, but they'll make it. Them and their group will make it out of the forest just fine. Just scarred and damaged, obviously, mentally damaged, as you would be if that happened to you.
Okay.
However, on the flip side of that, if their target falls into the urge to kill who they're with, the target will also become a Laughing Demon.
You know what this is giving me a lot of vibes of?
What?
It's giving me a lot of Wendigo vibes.
A little bit. It has inspirations from multiple sources, just combined in a different way.
Yeah, because at first it was giving me some Blair Witch vibes, and then the whole like the victim becoming the laughing smiling clown as well really gave off the whole like Wendigo psychosis spirit transfer thing.
But it's not like a transfer thing. Like if they give in, there's two Laughing Demons instead of just one.
Yeah.
So that's my idea for cryptid / SCP monster creation.
Okay. I'm seeing some potential there. God damn.
Leave it in.
Geo.exe was crashing.
Oh, yo. You know, you talked about the pedestrian being hot on trending or whatever. You know what cryptid's still super popular, even though it's just a creation of someone else?
Which one?
Siren Head.
Dude, I loved that era when Siren Head took over like every single creepypasta, like subreddit, forum,
Yeah.
etc.
Siren Head's terrifying, man.
Like the guy that created Siren Head also created a bunch of other like
Cryptid designs and stuff, yeah.
yeah, and each one is just as creepy.
I think he just made the images, though. I don't think he actually made stories. I could be wrong in that statement, though.
Probably. Who
But-
created Siren Head? Trevor Henderson, that's his name.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he made some great stuff.
Oh yeah. Also, this is very much off topic, but you know what I just saw? Actor Ray Liotta just passed away.
Oh, man. Like, today?
Like today, in the Dominican Republic. I'm in the midst of shooting a film.
Is it wrong that I'm curious for what film?
The film was called Dangerous Waters.
Hmm.
I wonder if they're gonna do to him what they did for Carrie Fisher in Star Wars Episode 9.
Probably. Like,
Get like a body double and like deep fake his face on them or something like that.
but man. Because Ray Liotta was a dang good actor.
Oh yeah. Like, I know I've seen him in other films, but you know, his biggest role has to be, you know, Scorsese's Goodfellas.
Yeah.
2022. How dare you?
Oh yeah, he was also in Field of Dreams.
Can't say I've seen that one.
You never seen Field of Dreams?
Nah.
That's right, he was in Muppets from Space.
I feel like I've seen that one once.
Oh, it's so good. I need to rewatch it.
Dude, anything Muppets is just good. Like,
You need to build a jacuzzi, okay?
like not even subjectively good, it's just objectively good.
Uh-huh.
Like, I remember one time I was talking about Muppets with someone at work, and we both agreed they just don't miss when it comes to comedy.
Yeah.
It's either
Well, okay, originally they didn't. The ABC Muppet movie was, the TV show was,
never seen it.
I don't recommend.
Okay, besides that little black sheep of the franchise, they just don't miss. Like their Haunted Mansion special last year.
That was good. I liked it.
Like, I've never seen comedy with so much layers.
Yeah. I got to know. Apparently, a movie he was in that's coming out next year is in post-production called Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine? What?
I gotta know more.
It sounds like an art house movie.
It tells the story of a drug runner whose plane crashes with a load of cocaine that's found by a black bear who eats it.
Oh god. Oh no, the director is Elizabeth Banks. It's gonna flop.
I want to watch it though. I want to see this movie.
Same.
I have this weird feeling it's gonna be a bear version of crap. What was that movie? I can't remember the name of the stupid movie. It was about a woman who was forced to be like a drug carrier, but the drugs inside her body popped and like started allowing her to access more brain power.
Are you talking about Lucy with Scarlett Johansson?
Yes. Lucy, thank you. I could not remember the name. I feel like it's gonna be some kind of Lucy story, but with a black bear.
Oh god.
That'd be so funny.
I hope that after her failed Charlie's Angels reboot, that Elizabeth Banks tries to like not be super serious with the movie this time.
He's also in a movie. Well, he was filming a movie that's called The Substance. That's supposed to come out next year as well.
Huh.
But no, when it comes out, I am going to be watching Cocaine Bear. I'm absolutely gonna watch it.
Same.
I don't care how bad it is. I think it's gonna be like Sharknado levels.
I just hope that it would have the right amount of tasteful awareness.
Hope so. We'll see.
Because goddamn.
I mean, yeah, no. Man, we went from cryptids to cartoons, back to cryptids, personal cryptids, to Cocaine Bear, which is probably going to end up being a cryptid of its own.
Oh my.
You know it is.
If not, I just hope it becomes a really good, like, indie video game.
Oh, it absolutely... Oh my god.
I'm imagining something akin to The Forest.
See, just off the name of the movie, it doesn't sound like a movie you would see commercials for. It sounds like something you would walk to the theater, see its play, and be like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah, it feels like... It sounds like a movie that wouldn't get, like, much, mainstream,
Hype.
Much mainstream hype, yeah. Like, you have to be, like, I hate to use this term. You'd have to be, like, a film bro to, like, know the hype around that movie.
But man, I'm down for it.
You know, same.
Alrighty, man, we've been here for almost an hour. You realize that?
This may be our longest episode to date.
It might. Well, that's not a hard thing to do considering we only got 2 other episodes right now.
True, and each one is like
45-ish minutes.
Fair. So let's see how much we have of this episode before I start doing my edits and all.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this was fun conversations this week. Lots of good stuff.
For sure.
I will say though, when we get to October, we're gonna be doing that jump scare game.
Oh god.
We're gonna do it.
We will figure it out and we're gonna do it.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do it.
Who knows? For October, we might even do maybe 2 episodes that month.
Who knows? We certainly don't.
For sure. Will I end up backing down from that? Who knows?
I don't know. But before we start signing off, I want to say this month is actually Pride Month. If you forgot.
Oh yeah, this episode will be releasing in June.
It will. And with that being said, I would like to say, no matter how you identify, no matter how you love, or who you love, you still matter. That's it.
That's it. That's the message.
That's it. What more needs to be said?
Kind of a funny note with like the big closeout message we did last month for mental health awareness.
Well, yeah, but like, what more needs to be said for Pride Month other than that you matter, you know?
Facts. You matter. We see you. Your existence is valid, and you're amazing. Unless you put ketchup in your mac and cheese, then you're not amazing.
Don't knock ketchup and mac and cheese.
Oh, you do that too, don't you?
Oh, absolutely not. I've never tried it though. I'm always willing to try something new once.
Listen, I tried that once back in middle school and never again. That's why I will roast anyone who does. Yeah, okay. Here's my lack of limit when it comes to trying new foods. When I was in middle school, you know what I had for breakfast for like a week? What? I had Mountain Dew and Fruit Loops. Oh god. On that note, now is really time to sign off for real. Definitely. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Yep. Stay chaotic, y'all.
Stay chaotic. I don't know. Remember to brush your teeth twice daily. And your tweeth too. And your tweeth. That's very important. Peace out, y'all. See y'all next time.